War. War never changes.
We cleared it out, if you remember. Get out of the way, dickhead. If you're looking for a playthrough where the player really empathises with the dog, you're not going to find it. Not here, anyway. You might find it elsewhere, but not here. Place a chuffing maze. Right, parking structure. Have we been in here? I think we did this, didn't we? Can't remember. Isn't this where we came out at one bar? Oh, I can't remember. Nothing in the lockers. Right. Super duper mart, we definitely did. I remember it vividly. It was the last thing I did yesterday before I had to come off. So let's keep pushing this way, shall we? I just saw somebody then, you see that? Is that a light? Someone's got a torch. The fuck is that? It's not the weapon I wanted, but you know. Is that's a super mutant? That's a turret. I need to be very careful because they're usually very strong. But if we can kill it, we might get something good. And we are on normal, so as long as he's not like super high level, we should be able to give him a good fight. I just saw a ghoul. Just missed a ghoul. Missed. Missed again. Apparently you can't shoot through whatever that is. That's not fair. Look at him, he's up there. Now I'm going to try and hit his ass. It's just a raider who's in super heavy armor. It's not a mutant. Interesting. Or maybe there's mutant raiders? Come on, dickhead. I want to kill you. Oh, he's getting his strafe on. It's not going to help him. This gun is beast. See him falling off the skywalk. We're like terrorists. I love it. We're the dude in the Wasteland you do not fuck with. I always like being that guy. Come on, idiot. Stop doing this. Is that a dude? That is a dude. I thought it missed then for a second. I was like, are you sucking my dick? Dog, you scared me more than the fucking ghoul did! Stop it! I don't remember the music getting so bombastic in the old games. I don't think there was music at all. I think it was just kind of really quiet until you put the radio on. Could go wrong, pick up the glowing fungus. I love how you don't have to open things to check what's inside things. That is one of the greatest improvements they've made. Caution. Caution, why? There is a dude above me. No? Subway token. Dude behind me. Wow, my headset just gave me accurate information. That's amazing. There you go. He couldn't see me. He's using the trees. That was awesome. I heard his footsteps. Interesting. See that? I see that. Keep going on the wrong side for the snipper. I don't know why. I always try and use VATS to see if there's anybody just that I didn't see. And when it gives you that noise that you're hearing, it means I'm trying, but I'm not succeeding. So it tells you that there's nobody the computer can find. It's a really good way of essentially scouting your environment without relying on your own senses to do it. Because unfortunately, humans are not as good as machines. Behind me. Nice. Missed. Shit. Alright, dog. I wish you wouldn't bark, dude. I wish I could turn barking off. Yeah, that music is so crazy. All the time as well, just something's happening, do 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 do. Super loud, in your face, like a dentist. Is that where I came in? I think that's where I came in. How's the skybox on this game? Okay, it's a little static. I like to see a little more movement. But there is movement. It's just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. It's not so bad. I was making a machinima last night in theatre mode for zombies, and I ended up recording about 3 minutes of gameplay of me standing in the spawn and avoiding the zombies, because get this, folks, when you turn the HUD off and you turn all the visual pieces off on that game to make a film or to make some kind of, you know, vignette, it still pops up HUD elements. So if you turn into the beast, you can still see the beast timer. Wherever you go, as a ghost cam, you have it on your HUD, regardless of if you turn the HUD off, which is ridiculously bad. And then, if anybody gets any points, in the bottom left-hand side, you see the points pop up. Like, really, guys? I have the HUD turned off. Why does this show up? So I had to make the most specific kind of gameplay so that I could have the freedom to make stuff without it fucking up. And then, you're limited to where you can take the camera, so you can only go a certain distance from the player, so I literally could not go anywhere. And I tried my best to get some decent shots from some interesting angles in essentially the first square of the zombie map, because I couldn't go to any of the other places because it wouldn't let you. And it was really disappointing, but it's... Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Fucking hell. I'm going to save just in case now. So what I'm going to have to do if I want to make something that I really am going to enjoy doing is I have to go all across the map without killing too many zombies, without turning into the beast too often, and then I'll be able to capture all the cooler areas, because some of the best areas I just wasn't able to get to because I never went there in that particular piece of theatre mode. But it's the second time I've found an issue with theatre mode, because when you play it back in the multiplayer, whatever game mode you're doing, it notifies you what's happening all the time on the screen, even when you turn the HUD off, so it's impossible to make something look beautiful. Like, you literally have to go in, make a private match, and don't have anybody in it but yourself, and then you just stand or hide for 5 minutes, so you then have 5 minutes to just make angles and find cool tracking spots and find interesting, you know, pieces of composition and cinematography. And it's a lot of fun. I don't get why they've managed to mess something up that was perfect in Black Ops 1. So I'm hoping that... Ow. There's going to be some patches. Eat it, dickhead. Because I really like using theatre mode, and I really like making interesting things. Because I don't think anybody uses it enough. You've got all these really popular Call of Duty commentators, all these really popular, like, COD channels, and all they fucking do is exploit 13-year-olds for hype. That's literally it. Some of them are fantastic at the game, and they get really awesome gameplays, or the pro players, and people just are interested in their perspective and how they do things. But I think when it comes to just being creative with it, there just isn't enough. And I really, really like it. I always have. I need to let my AP come back. God, do you see how fast he was? That shit's crazy. So what I'm going to be doing, for those wondering, somebody was asking me if I'm going to be doing any multiplayer, and I am going to be. It's just it's going to take a while. He has a fat man too. And a machete. Cool. Just nicking all his shit. See what it looks like. And what I'm going to do with the gameplay is, whenever I get a decent game that's like, over 20 kills and under 10 deaths or something, or over 30, under 10, whatever, I generally do like 30 odd and 5, 30 odd and 7, if I can, if I'm, decent enough at it. And then I'm going to go in, and whenever I use a kill streak or whenever something interesting happens, I'm going to use theatre mode to accentuate it, because I think it's really cool. And I'm going to try and make some interesting videos with that. Because what a lot of people don't realise is my channel started off with Call of Duty on it a lot. I was a COD channel for a while. It was never my ambition to be just a COD channel, but I really used to love those games, so I covered them a lot. And I had a lot of fun doing it, and I wish I had the same amount of fun, but I don't. So we'll see, I guess. Look at that. Is that power armor? I think that's power armor, but its health is 0, so I don't think it's any use to me. Right. I think it's all power armor, That guy was wearing, like, cut-up pieces of power armor. I don't know if it was a good idea to drop everything, but I don't understand it enough, so... That was interesting. And same with zombies. I'm going to be playing a lot of zombies, and I'm probably going to be getting some of the new... My dog's getting fucked, you hear that? He's also fighting, though. Oh no, it hurt him. But I'm probably going to be trying to get some zombie footage. And I'm going to try and make it exciting. Just do some creative stuff with it. Because as much as I like making walkthroughs, I also like making other things that are so different to my normal stuff. And I do think it stands out. And it's good for diversification. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And who knows, I might get super addicted to Black Ops 3 multiplayer once I've got time to play it. And Johnny, one of my subscribers, was asking me why I think paying £50 for a veteran campaign for COD is a waste of money. And I would agree with him if you're just going to play a veteran campaign once and then you're done. But that's not something that I do, and as I explained to him, I never buy a COD for 50 quid. I've never done it, and I never will, because I find paying £50 for anything disgusting. Like, unless it comes with a free blowjob, you can go fuck off. Ooh, maybe I can dismantle some shit. You know what? I don't think I can. A refreshing beverage. It uses antiseptic though, and I seriously can't. I'm in a unique situation though when it comes to... I'm going to wait until it's not dark, guys, because I want it to be a bit more interesting to look at when we go around. But as I was saying, sorry, I'm in an interesting situation because the walkthroughs that I make for the COD campaign pay for the game. Like, I don't make, PewDiePie money, and I don't get ridiculous amounts of views, but I get enough to cover the expenses that goes into the channel, and that's before things like Patreon are concerned, or videos that do super well and do, above and beyond my normal numbers. And then you bear in mind just the amount of stuff that I generally do with your average COD. Like, I easily put maybe 100 to 200 hours into a Call of Duty, and that's might be when I'm not even interested in the multiplayer, just through the sheer amount of times I mess with the campaign. There's a lot of guys. I mess with the zombies or whatever options they give you, getting the achievements, playing with friends in the different modes, you know, just all the standard COD things you can do. And I think asking the value question on something like Call of Duty is 100% indicated by, do you like the game? Because it was obviously from the way that Johnny phrased the question, he doesn't like COD anymore, or he never liked it, because he immediately phrased, it was a loaded question, it was a negative question to begin with. It wasn't saying, you know, do you think it's value? It was saying, why do you waste your money effectively? And when you come at it from that perspective, you're kind of showing your hand. So to him, it probably isn't value, but to some people, like, they love playing COD, they love playing multiplayer, they love playing zombies or campaign or doing whatever it is that they do, and they can do it a lot, and to them it's the best kind of value. So it's one of those questions where what does it mean to you is probably more important than what does it mean to others, because at the end of the day you can't force somebody to like something you like. And I might not be the general demographic for, you know, Call of Duty anymore, because I'm kind of falling out of love with it. There's somebody there, I don't know what they're doing. But I look at it like this. To go to the cinema, it costs... Why won't... Oh, I've already got it. I keep going there thinking it's a snipper and it's not. Is that a person? Oh, it's a guy in a hoop on the basketball court. Okay. But if I want to go to the cinema, I cannot go to the cinema without spending 20 quid. Which is, give or take, what, $30, $32, whatever. Probably 34 with the conversion rate from fucking PayPal at the minute. It's ridiculous. Can't do it. Because it costs... It costs like a tenner to get anywhere to where a cinema is where I live, because it involves trains and buses and things, and I don't drive, unfortunately, at the moment. And then when I get there, if I want to eat, that's bumping up the price, and that's not even without the ticket for the fucking cinema, which is usually about 7 quid, which is ridiculous, and it's the reason I don't go to the cinema that often. So I can pay like 30 quid and have 2-hour enjoyment of a film, an hour and a half miserable travel, and a meal that's probably going to give me bowel cancer. Or I can pay 40 quid, which is 10 quid dearer, and get hundreds of hours of comfort at my own leisure. So to me, there really is no competition in those numbers, and I will always see the value in it, because to me that is value. Hey, that suit looks kind of cool. But it's not, it's just a load of cladding, isn't it, on his dirty pyjamas. I do think, though, that the argument of value is just a stupid one to begin with. Because there are some people that can play with a stick for hours, you know what I mean? Some people can just live in their own imagination for hours. It doesn't really matter playing in sand, you know? If you're the type of person who can enjoy something and enjoy it passionately, you don't... That's my power armor, isn't it? You don't really care. And I think we've forgot a lot of that because of how digital the era is that we live in. But it still exists.